Up like we in the club, fly flashy, grown classy, still turn to the dub. Saturday mornings, no walk of shame, we fresh up. 950 lounge, that's my guilty pleasure. I don't miss my favorite show, I put everything on hold. Work the baby, even the babysitter no. When 950 come on, don't bother. I'm locked in 10 to 1, no problem. Turn on the radio. You and I turn on the radio. Yeah.
We're back on the Ride 950 Lounge live Saturday morning, nationwide, coast to coast. Pick the spot you want to listen to and just tune in. I'm joined by three ladies now that are doing some amazing things in the film business, and that's kind of today's theme along with the red. It's about, creativity and bringing positive images to cinema. Ladies and gentlemen, from the new series Mistake, Nicolette Ellis, Cylla Senii, and Imana Breaux. I think I said that right?
Imana Breaux.
Mistake number three, ladies and gentlemen.
Creole. How about them LSU Tigers?
Let's not talk about that.
Okay, ladies, thanks so much for coming to the show.
It's on.
It was going great. I want to thank you again, Cylla. We know it was not your first rodeo here, no pun intended.
Thank you.
And with situationships, and now Nicolette, you started. We loved your character in situationships. We all got especially Just.
She's always leaving. She's always leaving before everything happens.
Your mama like, yo, Nicolette again and the sheets again. But again, a tremendous second take with Mistake. Talk about Mistake and how you came about it. 'Cause I saw the first 3 episodes and I'm like, wow.
Thank you.
This is something this is must see. Click for me.
Thank you so much. First of all, thank you for
our pleasure.
Letting us come to the show. This is awesome.
And you got manners too. Go ahead.
Mistake is about 2 families, the Wright family and the Love family, and you find out that their stories intertwine somehow.
Yeah.
The Wright family, they lost their matriarch and they go through a lot of trials and tribulations. So the Love family kind of comes in and messes that up, but I can't give away too much.
Not at all.
Love family.
So I wrote this series. First, it was a feature film. And then I talked it with some great friends, and I was like, hold up, you guys, your ideas are like awesome. And so that's how my best friend, Imana Breaux, we started this like team thing with each other. And then I'm like, wait, Cylla's awesome. And then we have another producer, David A. Wallace. He's awesome as well. So we all put our ideas together.
You had all the ingredients to bake the cake. You didn't have to go out.
Right, and it was just awesome, and we just created this series with each other.
Called Mistake.
Yep, called Mistake.
How y'all get the name Mistake?
Ooh, at first it didn't even have a title. So until I finished writing it, that's when I was like, you know what, this is called Mistake. Every episode has a mistake inside.
Well, I could say y'all are not a mistake as a trio. Give me that check, boy.
The glasses are getting foggy.
You know what?
Let me go to Imana Now you're in the series as well, and you're a producer, and Cylla, I know you guys are co-producers. Talk about when you get this call from Nicolette, and obviously I think you guys are all friends or have at least play it off well. You have a great relationship.
Damn, reality show, really.
But when you get that call, like, wow, I have this project I want to do. What's the first, like, is creative juices always flowing with you guys? I mean, that's like, have a cup of coffee or, go to dinner and it's always creative juices, or this is something like, wow, really, you got something? Touch on that.
Yeah, well, me and Nicolette, we went to school together. So right after graduation, we did a film, and it was almost like, it was just like an instant like connection. She sent me her first script, and I was like, ooh, this is like popping. So then when she sent me a mistake, she's like, I got another script. I want you to read it. And so I just sat down and I read it, and then she's like, give me notes. And we just kind of like just started bouncing off of each other, ideas after ideas, and it was just made magic.
Wow.
So.
You can see she's excited because she was talking, her eyes got wide. When black people talk, they ain't about, and they be like, yeah, they just gave me a strip. I didn't have no job, so I might as well just do it.
So now, how long does it take you to write a script? Like mistake, how long did it actually take you to pen it down, think it through?
I'm a perfectionist.
Okay.
So it took a while. Even after the cast read it, after we did our table read, I was still making corrections because the story is never done.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I still want to make a little here and there, but I can't. It's a little too late. At the same time, like, coming from the story and seeing the visual, because the visual from the text is not totally different, but once you see it, it's like, oh wow, season 2, what's actually gonna happen?
Right.
So,
Ed, you have anything? He likes musicals. I'm just letting you know. So you have anything, Ed?
no.
Just because you wear glasses don't make you smart.
Yeah, we can see he ain't sleeping no days in.
You know that.
So.
Okay, for the shows and everything else, how did you come up with the locations and the cast and everything from that?
Ooh, we had a casting call.
We did.
Had a casting couch? No. I'm here.
That's season 3. That's season 3. We ain't got a name for that either.
It's acting. It's not real. But okay, so I'm sorry, Ed.
Yeah, no, that was it. I was asking. So,
Nicolette.
but the locations and stuff, how you get all those places set up and everything else in that fashion.
Ooh, we all did some work on that one. We had like to go on every. Here's the little thing. Okay, so there's breather.
Yeah.
There's liquid space because we have an office as well. There was a point in time where I was like, I just can't find this office. Like, and literally, like Cylla, Imana, David, everyone was on it, like left and right.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? We're just gonna have everyone in the street because I just don't even know what to do at this point. Because at the same time, when you write, especially these independent projects, you have to write within your resources.
Right.
Or like, what are you gonna do? Like. Right. So at the same time, with their help, I had no choice. They were like, no, we're going to get this. I was like, okay, fine, y'all got it.
Let's dive into that resources, because obviously we're in a day and age, and really if you look at it from a glass half full, we're in a day and age of new cinema, where because of technology, people are taking their creative juices and just running with it. When it comes to cost, I know we've had this conversation many times on situationships, but when it comes to cost, and anyone can answer, what is the game plan when you're on a tight budget, when, you have a group of friends that are all in the same creative genre, but how is it to balance out for scenes and of like renting out spaces and makeup and stuff? I mean, how do you work the budget?
Got that one good.
That's a hard question. They all looked at each other. Who's going to take this one?
Who runs the budget?
You always run the budget. I ain't talking about nothing right now.
I mean, I feel like it comes down to like how creative can you be? How can you ask for support in certain areas? How can you, leverage contacts and just really ask for support when it comes to your vision? And I feel like when you're passionate about something, really, you can make anything happen.
It's true, because when we first met, what was the movie? I can't remember what the movie was. We met at some event.
Yeah.
And your passion was infectious. Like, this girl here, like, this girl gonna rule the world one day.
You sure it wasn't her perfume?
No, it wasn't her perfume. Thank God you
Come here, boy.
I'm glad you wasn't there. With the popcorn. I'm hungry. But again, that energy is infectious, and you know, we've had the honor of doing the rap show for Situationships.
Yes,
And
thank you guys.
hopefully we'll get invited again for maybe for Mistake. But you know, but again, I mean, I believe that because it's the same way you have that feel like, you know, you probably never did your best work. It's the same way we do this show. I mean, we started this show at a Panera Bread in Co-op City.
They threw us out.
Asking people not to trip over the court because we didn't want to get sued or get our asses thrown out of the restaurant. So my thing is that obviously from that standpoint to this, we still haven't done our best. So I respect that because when you're creative and you're looking for the perfect thing, you'll probably die the next moment. Like, oh, wow, I hit the perfect thing. You're hit by lightning. Like, what was that movie, Caddyshack? I hit the perfect score.
The perfect
I know, I'm
game.
showing my age.
Stay on course. They look at you like, what the hell is a Caddyshack? What is that?
So,
Now go home, go watch Caddyshack.
we're talking to Nicolette, Ellis, Cylla, Senii,
Oh.
Cylla, Senii,
What
and
do they call you in the
Imana,
show?
Breaux.
That's all.
I'm gonna throw
What's your
phone.
name in the show?
Oh, that's your
And
phone.
Mistake?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Maddie.
Okay. Just say
I guess
that.
you didn't, as always, you don't follow up on the material that I sent you.
No, I'm sorry. I
And
did
that's
not
why
watch
we're gonna-
it yet. But
that's why we're gonna do a Trump
no,
on you.
when I watch
We're gonna have
everything.
another guy there with glasses in 2 weeks.
When I did Situationship, I watched everything in one day. I
Rodeo
didn't like
got a
watching it.
beard? No, that's not rodeo. That's doo-wop. Yeah, we're gonna fire you and hire somebody else. 'Cause
Doo-wop.
you're supposed to read the material. Backstage, your thoughts. Maybe you can rent out your house for one of the scenes.
He got real quiet.
So you're real quiet, like
He got real
this
quiet.
will not happen in my house. I will
Only
not
got-
have all of this in
Only
my
got 3
house.
doors: the front, the back, and the middle.
Or there's
That's it.
Hoonanny in my place of residence. But you know, people like when it comes to Ran Now. Now, obviously, you did 3 episodes. Yeah. So, are you right now doing 4 or 5? Where you at now?
So episode 4 comes out this Monday.
Oh, fantastic!
Tune in.
Okay.
And after that, we're working on putting out snippets every single Monday because Mistake Mondays, that's the thing we're trying. So I think like, especially with social media right now, that leads them on
Yeah.
a bit, especially with millennials.
Right.
So I think a visual is always important versus just words.
Now, I'm going to be a little bit selfish here for a moment. When it comes to making profit off these events, and this is what I ask a lot of people who do independent film or media or, you know, or even radio, where's the payoff? Is the payoff just on the creative juices right now? Is it like, hey, listen, I would love to get this picked up. Where's the payoff financially? Or is it just more about your creative aspect of life at the moment?
Well, essentially, I love to do things organically. Like, we haven't done paid promotion yet. We've been on some blogs, and this is our first interview, so thank you again.
Always like to be the first.
So I just feel like once we keep going organically until things start to jump off on Mistake, because Mistake is a very like storytelling, and it's hard to keep attention as well, especially coming from a family drama to YouTube as a series. Like, that is very difficult because you see a lot of romantic comedies, you see a lot of romantic dramas. So it's a little hard to step in what we're stepping into.
Right.
So I would rather go organically and then see what we could do.
Every little step you
after.
take.
Yeah, every single little step matters.
I hear you.
And without them, I don't know what I would do.
I hear you. Let me. You've been quiet for Cylla. I know that.
Oh, she's a veteran. She said, "I'm gonna let them have their moment."
I'm just here. I'm just supporting.
I'm here for the ride. You know.
She got up this morning and started her way. Now, Imana, before we got, so you said you're from Louisiana.
Well, my family's from Louisiana.
Okay.
I'm actually from H-Town, Houston, Texas.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And where'd you guys go to school at?
AMDA,
Yes.
the American Musical and Dramatic Academy. She came from LA.
I did.
Yeah, I did 1 year there and 1 year here, and then became friends.
So this is something that you guys have planned out.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what
We just like met in school, and then it was just like you know how like a friendship just kind of just happens. You know, you don't have to say too much. It's just we just connected. So
Kinda like me and my brother, we were just born to the same parents. And,
I turned my back on him.
and how'd you guys meet Cylla?
Oh, I met Nicolette at auditions.
Yeah.
For situationships.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I did.
Okay.
Maybe 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
I feel like.
So she
been a
came in
while.
audition for
Yeah.
your.
Yeah, she did.
Nice.
And she auditioned for Melody, and then I was like,
Sorry.
I really shut up. I was like, I really thought that she would do well as Robin. I don't know. I was like, I really feel like she should read for this. So then, yeah, we met then, and here we are.
And no doubt.
Okay.
And
And then I met Imana, obviously.
right, obviously, you had to meet the other friend, and y'all now be a trio. They're like a little girl group. Let's talk about the characters in Mistake. Miss Breaux.
Yes.
If you're nasty. Miss Breaux, talk about your character. Obviously, you're a producer, but you also are in the production. Talk about your character.
Yes, so I play Shelby. She is a 16-year-old, kind of a wild child.
16?
Yes.
Wow, you're playing a young one.
Yes,
You
yes.
are very mature 16
I guess she's a
year old.
little bit of a wild child.
Get arrested in 30 states.
Yes.
Favorite from R. Kelly.
We'll see.
But yeah, I'm sorry. So go ahead.
So yeah, she is very close with her stepfather, and you start to see.
Mistake.
Like when the matriarch does pass away, you start to see how Shelby starts to deal with herself and like what's going on with her surroundings. She does have a boyfriend named Alex, whom she loves very much, but then you'll start to see later on in the season kind of how that
How old's Alex?
transpires.
Like 21, 22.
So Shelby, she likes older men.
He's what, 21? So he's like, what, 21, 22, somewhere around there?
He's not that old. He's not that old. He's about to graduate high
Rodeo's
school.
age. Don't tell your daddy.
Hey, stay with the course, man.
I'm older than your daddy. Don't worry about it. So when you prep for a role like this, obviously I hope that's not what you were 16. But when you prep for a role like this, what do you draw from? Do you try to maybe go on social media and go on some young kids page, or do you try to draw from experiences or news? Where's the inspiration?
I mean, definitely. I think, stemming from my own experience is the best way to do it, because it's like, you know yourself and you know how you were at that age at 16. And, I wasn't the best person when I was 16 years old. So I was able to, use those experiences and, use it for Shelby. It was, that's the best way
She
to
was
do
in the
it.
in crowd at school. This is not your table. Your table's on the other end of the school.
Hey, listen, when you're creative and you're in high school, you can really get over it. They know how to play sports. Cylla, now you're also part of this. Acting juices continuing. And talk about your role.
Sure. So in Mistake, I play Shayna, aka Shady Shayna in Shade.
Shade. You a rapper?
She throwing shade. She throwing
Shayna.
shade.
And Shayna is Maddie's coworker, like work coworker bestie, but she's just got all the tea. Like, she's just in for all the gossip. She's petty. And I channel my inner petty when I play her. She's so fun.
Nah, you're not petty. I've got to go through this process. So you're not petty in real life.
Listen, she said her inner petty. You never know.
Inner petty.
Her inner petty, you never know.
That's very good, Claire. Look at you,
Hey,
Claire.
I'm listening to all the words
You're
right
gonna
now.
start singing again,
Nah,
huh?
I am. On the next break, I sure am.
So what Classic says, is there inner petty?
Is there inner petty?
My inner petty. Like, if I were to be petty, I would
think
be
we all
Shayna.
have inner petty.
I know you got outer petty. You just all petty. You just all petty.
But yeah, she's a really fun coworker, and she actually discovers like a really big secret that's very integral to the story. So watch out for Shayna.
I mean, I gotta tell you,
GVP
and I recommend all our listeners and even our cast here, check out the first 3, because it is. I mean, it does tell a story, and it's starting to lay the pegs in order. So I'm too excited. And what time Mondays does this thing drop? I need to know for myself.
It comes out at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And how many episodes are there? I mean, how many episodes did you do? 10,
I'm
12?
thinking 8 or 9.
Okay. Just
I'm still in between.
You
If
know,
I want to make the
season
last
1, 8 or
episode,
9?
yeah. If I want to make the last episode very long, or
But she's a
what I wanna do.
perfectionist, so she can go as long as she likes. So just get there.
You're going against the NFL.
Well, that ain't gonna be hard for me. I'll be watching.
I'll be watching Mistakes this year.
Yeah, he's a Jet fan, so it's
No, ain't
something
about
to watch.
well, since you want to talk about it, it has nothing to do with the Jets. I'm a few.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be roll tide and go watch my Volunteers. I'm not watching the NFL this year until
You lying.
I'm not lying.
I'm not watching it either.
I'm very serious. I've told myself now I'm doing a show on Monday night about that, because while I'm a football fan, play football does define me as a person. I just believe that enough's enough. Just like you
You
get
mean
to
enough's enough with your team.
forget the team. They're not paying us. Jets don't pay me a salary.
Exactly. They don't pay nobody. That's why they
Exactly,
like
but
they
it
are.
has nothing to do with the Jets. Football has always been a diversion.
Oh.
You enjoy the sport, and when the game's over, it's over. Now, like my colleague here that goes crazy.
Whoa, bro.
Throw the flag.
He thought
You be right there with me.
Yeah, I
and
am.
we both not gonna watch.
but
We gotta figure out what we gotta do on Sundays because I can't watch football.
We can
no more.
watch some mistaken situations.
go.
Just part 2.
Because the man is kneeling, I gotta stand
And
for
I'm
something.
saying it on the mic. I mean, again, I'm gonna watch college football. I'm gonna enjoy that. I might go to occasional high school game. Go Tigers. I watch Evander once a year.
Let's go Mount.
But I'm not gonna watch NFL. I'm sick of the whole thing. I'm sick of, and maybe because I'm getting older, I'm sick of just the mentality.
get off my lawn. That was just like old man.
Well,
like, get off
maybe
my
go.
lawn.
You know, I'm happy to say I'm an old man. The players, some of the attitudes. I'm not. You know what? I don't have to give you my dollar. We had tickets to the game last week. Did we go? All right then. Thank you. We're gonna take a quick break.
They didn't want to validate our parking. I am not
And we're
going.
going to continue this conversation with the ladies from Mistake. And also, we'll talk about situations, too. We can't be missed. We got you guys
That's
here.
right.
And we're joined by the cast of Mistake, Nicolette, Cylla, and Imana. Thank you. Cylla, what I say?
Celia.
Tell me what I say.
Cylla, like you told me once before when I was getting your name right. You said instead of saying Priscilla, it was just Cylla. So did I say that? Oh,
Thanks, Kev.
I moved too quick. I'm sorry. Cylla. Okay, but you're here. Now let's talk about your function, situationships, part 2.
Sure. Yeah.
Again, great first season.
Definitely.
I mean, got a lot of acclaim and maybe you in it this year in your situation too. I hope they got a spot for you. They need
We
to.
couldn't snatch her yet.
Right.
We don't get her.
But situation 2, how's that been going?
Well, we finished filming the second season about a month ago, so we're in post. And season 2 is going to be awesome.
Is it gonna be better than season 1 though?
Oh,
Because
yes.
season 1 was
Hard to top.
it's really hard to talk. And season 1 I sat there like this.
Situation.
Really? I'm like, wait, I gotta rewind this back here. I need to see what I just
You're going to
seen.
eat this cake.
You know, I'm sitting there going, really? I'm like, that's not the same girl that was, no. Really? And then there was
Not
other
the
people
same
that
bubbly
didn't come
girl,
up the
yeah.
first time. And I'm like, oh, now I get to see them now, huh? Now they're turning kind of red over there. We're not going to name no names. But yeah, don't put your head down. You know, it's okay.
Robin was something else.
I was like, there's no Robin? They're like, no, she didn't come. I'm like, oh.
They were ready. I
But you know, when we went to the casting that you had that day up in the loft, you left it a good cliffhanger on that one. We were just sitting there like, why did y'all leave it like that? And then, the way that you ended it was very good. So we're looking forward to looking at the second season to see what it's all about again.
Yes. So basically, second season, we immediately kind of like resolve that, and then we go into
Powers
like
of media, television.
an even bigger story from there. Every episode is going to be more like 20 minutes to 30 minutes.
Okay, so you're increasing that.
So a lot of character development. We added like 6 new characters.
Nice.
So it's really about to go down.
Fantastic.
Okay.
So when
it's about to go
Now,
down.
when you're doing casting, when you're doing your casting, how does that work out? How many people show up? How many people actually flop? Give me some good tea on something that goes on in the background that
Your
most
inner
people
self.
don't
Your
know.
inner self.
Yeah.
Sure. So we cast everything blind. So by that, like, it's open to really any actor who can really express that character perfectly, like, no specific like race or anything like that.
Oh.
So first season, we had 4,000 actors submit.
Oh,
And I saw, I think maybe like 300 to 400 people. Yeah, it was a lot, and I was really
See, that's the
surprised.
good.
But how many days did it take?
We had like 4 like full like long days of casting.
I want to know: Are y'all like when people come on and they read the script? Are y'all like nice to them when you say get out, or you just like? No, but some people like you know where the door is at. I'm not even
No,
gonna tell you.
I definitely don't do that because it's different being an actor and then being on the other side of the table. It's just like I respect anyone who takes the time.
Was that the same for you as well, Nicolette, with
Yeah.
Mistake?
Yeah. All 3 of us were there at the casting. It was like
We're gonna order lunch.
They probably look at each other and be like, yeah.
Who bombed?
Who
Who bombed really bad? Like, give me one good, like, they should have just never even showed up.
Opened
Somebody
the
should have
door.
just told
Should
them,
never came
stay
in.
home. You're not good.
Don't mention it.
Don't mention the name.
I don't want to be
I don't
sued.
think I even know anyone's
Just
name.
give
One example. At least second season, we saw like really, really great professional people. First season, there was just one girl who just like showed up, and we didn't give her the information. She just kind of like showed up.
I'm here.
And we was
Job
like,
interview.
what's going on? That was maybe like the only one.
Now, with that being said, that it goes to show whether they're good, bad, or ugly. I don't mean ugly, but you know what I mean.
Nah, you mean ugly.
No, I don't.
I'll say it. We mean ugly. Yeah, we mean
Good,
it.
bad, ugly.
You talk the truth, LBJ.
There you go. But it shows that there's a lot of creative juices in people, whether whatever their level is. Now, talk about that from the business side. You guys are producers and creators. When it comes to that, through all the genres you see a lot of the web series out, a lot of the shoot 'em up, bang bang stuff. Obviously Netflix. Our next guest is on a Netflix show. Just the value of the internet and the digital era where it comes to creativity. What is that saying about the industry? Is it good that now you can get people from anywhere, or does it have a negative effect because you get people like the girl just walked in and then? I mean, is it a blessing or a curse, or kind of in the middle?
I feel like, at least for us and for this landscape, it's great because where we didn't have a voice before, now you can really create anything. Like everyone has a chance to be seen and to make, television. I think that's awesome. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I think there's a lot of opportunities, more opportunities than there were before, especially with the web series going on. But to be completely honest, like if you look at Netflix, you honestly, it is hard to hop on that train without a name. And people love big names. Like, yes, like to us, we are all our names. Like we know our people. We know, oh, they're popping or here they are. But at the same time, like it's all within, like it's just like film festivals. To get in, especially for feature shorts, narrative, like all of that. You gotta have some type of star A, B, C, D list, something. And with web series, we have that outlet that we can submit and we could just do it.
Like the match. Yes.
So, and that's what I'm thankful for, because that's the opportunity I feel like is coming for us. Like we can be in ABFF, we can be in the Bronze Lens. You know what I'm saying? We can be in all of those. So I think it's a beautiful outlet, and I also,
no, don't be sorry. I love your energy. Keep going.
I just got all passionate.
She had a Red Bull this morning.
She got some wings right now. She has some wings.
I can be that Asian girl on Soul Train. That could be me.
I think it's just beautiful, the outlets right now and the film festivals being created right now for women. And women of color. Like it's beautiful to me. So yes, I love the outlets that are coming. We're breaking
down doors that weren't normally there because 20 years ago we didn't have that.
You said something about, you want to be recognized, your brand and name. But when y'all cast, if somebody came in like a name figure, would y'all be faster casting them because they have a name? Because like you said, sometimes a big name and something production does bring it out.
That's true. But if they're not good, there's no point.
Oh, okay.
Nothing. It can't be mediocre. It can't be
Hollywood, but is he good?
Sorry, Denzel.
Like you need to bring the story to life. I just feel like it's not. That's why we're creating web series. That's why I didn't do a feature. Because we can put it out in the film festivals, this, that, and third, and people want us. They want us.
So now, what about for yourselves? Like the casting people that you had already, did any of them get any more big acting jobs? Anything else from being seen on your series?
Oh yes, on Situationships, I feel like a lot of actors have been getting other work in either other web series or are moving to like bigger platforms or other shows. Like our Damien in the show, like he's working. He's currently on Greenleaf now. So I'm really excited that you know, actors are getting more work and they're moving forward, and that, you know, situationships is
Gotta be a form of pride that people
way.
are starting to bounce off for different things.
It's like a child when they grow up. Look at that's my son. Look at him.
And when next week when I see Rodeo Bomb on that stage, I'm gonna have the same effect. Now, reality shows have, whether you want to, y'all got all very uncomfortable when I said that.
Everybody's face just dropped and they all said,
Now, it's obviously launched some people, and you know, I mean, I don't think it has longevity, staying power, but I want to hear from women who are creators. You guys create stuff, and we have today the whole studio is full of creative people. But talk about that from that standpoint. When you look at a reality series, and you obviously create a series, and people, they take that scripted, I call it scripted reality. Yeah. But you know, when it comes to somebody who actually creates some, how do you feel about that from taking away from your craft? Because the beauty with radio is that while yes, it has opened up a door, but it's anybody with two cans can in a internet connection can say they do a radio show, and that's not always the case. But you know, we put work in it in different markets, and so it can stain the brand if people just put everything on a broad scope. When they throw you guys on a broad scope, how do you combat that? Just because you know the work you put in, 400 or 500 people, you know, taking your own profit or your own money to build things that you believe in. Talk about that a little bit compared to the reality life set. Anybody can answer. You take it, Miss Breaux, Miss Lou. You take it. California.
So yeah, I mean, reality shows can be, you know, really tricky to the actor. You know, when it comes to certain shows, like, you know, I'm gonna say some names. Is that okay?
This is a reality. You say what you want, down.
Like, you know, Love and Hip Hop, and you know, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. That kind of stuff. Just, I don't know. It kind of makes me a little upset, just because, you know, us as artists, we work to create, and we work to, you know, have a story and to touch people. And it's like when you see someone, you know, getting on this, you know, fame and recognition for their reality work, it's just kind of like, dang, we work so hard to, you know, touch our audience and tell our stories. It's just, you know, it's a little,
there's no
it's
craft
tough.
to it.
Yeah, there's no
artistic
artistic.
like a fool on stage.
Exactly,
But
and that's so easy for someone to do.
But that is the craft. The craft is acting like
A
yourself, or I won't say a fool.
But is that a
I
craft?
won't be disrespectful to them, because obviously it must be because they generate money from it. They're getting almost $1 million contracts.
But you don't have to generate money to be called a craft. I mean, somebody can walk out and just throw a patty on a grill, hamburger on a grill, and call it a burger. Doesn't mean it's
He's
craft.
a chef.
Right, exactly.
But somebody's enjoying it some way, somehow.
They enjoy the burger too.
Listen, I understand that, but somebody somewhere, they're not getting $40,000 an episode for the burger flipper. I'm sorry, McDonald's ain't paying that much, because if they was, I'd be there right now.
No, but I think what it tells you about where our world is right now. We have a man in the White House that
he earned his seat.
He comes from that reality, you know, I tell like you're fired mentality, and you know, brash, out, you know, disrespectful. That's become our world.
But
so now, why are we surprised when those shows are #1 show?
No, but you got to remember, all this reality stuff came out from the strikes. So they didn't. They didn't want to. So when you going out there and you can pay a cast member hardly basically peanuts, just to go ahead and just act a fool, and then you go
that was somebody who wasn't unionized. That's almost like the scabs. But what I'm saying is that doesn't. Survivor and Real World weren't about, you know, being nasty, throwing champagne bottles at people, twerking your ass.
Well, hold on. Real World was.
Not the beginning.
No, Real World was. They used to get it in Real World.
Not the beginning. That was toward, that was, sorry.
Not in the, you're right, not in the very beginning, but it started to become that because they saw everybody else doing it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like when it comes to the reality TV shows, everything you were saying, Imana, is totally right. But we know what we do at the same time, and we know what we're touching. Because honestly, the same audience that watch reality TV shows, they watching our stuff as well. So, and also it goes from the difference of Instagram models and the real models. I wonder how they feel as well. You know what I mean? And it's
that's
just
a
like,
whole nother
that's a whole different topic. But also, like, going back to Love and Hip Hop, Cardi B, I mean, she came from that and she used it as her outlet and then she cut it off.
Exactly.
So she was like, you know what? This is what I wanted to do. What was she on, like 2 seasons?
Yeah, 2 seasons.
Yeah. And she was just like, okay, bye.
Now
She's the only one that's actually really made it.
Yes.
And as you see, we love the red. We got blood red on from her.
I ain't gonna use those
I
words
ain't
in the
using
same
none, I
sentence.
ain't not co-signing that. No way, no how.
I travel too much to reference.
I know too many people now.
We got a minute and a half left in the segment, ladies. I want to thank you. We're gonna bring you back a little later anyway for our question of the day. But real quick, Nicolette, this is obviously about mistake. Give me the plan. Obviously, I know the plan changes on a daily basis. Probably changes a couple times a night. But if you can, like, in the perfect world, map it out. What's the ceiling? What's the sky for Mistake?
Wow. For Mistake, season 1 as a web series. Season 2, hopefully get it on some type of platform or a really good executive producer.
Non-50 Network. Shameless plug. Go ahead.
She's like, I didn't get that.
That's why you ain't getting your cut.
And hopefully eventually get on a network. Like, I just really want to touch people, like, with this story and any story.
I know you guys be back once, but give us your social media information where they can reach out. Find the event on Monday.
Yes. Okay, so sorry guys, it's actually 7 p.m. Mistake series on YouTube. And then Nicolette Ellis on Twitter, and then Nicolette.Ellis on Instagram, and Mistake series on Instagram.
Celia?
Cylla. Okay, you can you can find me on Twitter at Watch Her Shine and on Instagram at Cylla with 3 A's at the end.
All right, you can catch me on Instagram, Imana, IMANA, .Yvette, YVETTE, Instagram.
Ladies, thank you so much. Again, the cast of Mistake, Situationship Part 2. Find it and enjoy it. Real cinema, real work.